Hello, everyone. Welcome back to John English Talks. I'm Olivia.
And I'm John. Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Yes, before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you enjoy learning English with us. It really helps our channel grow.
Absolutely. And make sure you stay tuned until the end because we have some fun vocabulary for you to learn today.
So, John, how are you today?
I'm great. Just enjoying a quiet morning and thinking about my city. It's such a beautiful place.
Oh, yes. I love talking about our cities. There's so much to say. Food, parks, streets, culture, it never ends.
That's true. And it's a very useful topic for English learners. Sometimes people ask, how can I describe my city in English? Or what can I say when someone asks about my hometown?
Exactly. So today, we're going to talk about how to talk about your city in English. We'll give you examples, vocabulary, and even a few personal stories.
Great. Let's start with something simple. Olivia, if someone asks you about your city, what's the first thing you say?
Usually I start with the location. I say, my city is in the north of the country, or it's near the coast. That gives people a clear idea of where it is.
Yes, location is very important. I usually say my city is small but very beautiful. Or it's a big city with many attractions.
And you can also talk about what your city is famous for. For example, I always tell people, my city is famous for its museums and parks.
Right. And for beginners, it's good to use simple sentences. Short and clear is best.
Definitely. You can also mention the people in your city. Are they friendly, busy, welcoming? For example, people in my city are very friendly.
And don't forget the weather. This is something everyone can understand. It's sunny most of the year, or it rains a lot in winter.
Exactly. Okay, let's make it a bit more fun. Let's imagine we're meeting someone new, and they ask, tell me about your city. How would you answer, John?
I would say, my city is lively and full of life. There are many restaurants, shops, and parks. People are friendly, and there's always something to do.
That's perfect. Short, simple, and easy to understand. I would say something like, my city is small but very beautiful. There's a big river and lots of gardens. People love to go out on weekends.
Yes, that's great. And learners can add their own personal touch. Maybe they love a particular street, or a favorite cafe, or a park where they like to go.
Absolutely. Sharing personal experiences makes your description more interesting. For example, I love walking in the city center. There are many small shops and cafes where I can meet friends.
Okay, let's talk about vocabulary now. We'll give you 5 important words or phrases you can use when talking about your city.
Great. The first word is neighborhood. A neighborhood is the part of a city. For example, I live in a quiet neighborhood with lots of trees.
The second word is landmark. A landmark is a famous place or building in your city. For example, the Eiffel Tower is a famous landmark in Paris.
The third word is attraction. An attraction is a place people visit for fun or interest. For example, the museum is a popular attraction in my city.
The fourth word is crowded. This describes a place with many people. For example, the city center is always crowded on weekends.
And the fifth word is peaceful. This is the opposite of crowded. It describes a calm and quiet place. For example, the park near my home is very peaceful.
Excellent. You can use these words naturally when you describe your city. For example, I live in a quiet neighborhood, there's a famous landmark nearby, and it's always crowded on weekends.
Or the city center is crowded, but there are many landmarks to see.
Perfect examples. Now, let's continue our conversation with some fun stories about our cities. Olivia, do you have a favorite memory from your city?
Oh, yes. I remember last summer, I went to a small cafe in my city. It was very peaceful, with a small garden outside. I met an old friend there, and we talked for hours. I told him about my favorite street and the small shops there.
That sounds wonderful. For me, I love going to the city center on Sundays. There are many street performers, and the city feels alive. People are walking, eating ice cream, and enjoying the sun. I always tell my friends, you have to visit this place on Sunday. It's lively and fun.
Stories like these are perfect for ESL learners because they show real-life examples of how to describe your city. You can also mention food, festivals, or events.
Yes. For example, my city has a big festival every spring. People come from all over to celebrate.
And don't forget the simple things, too. There's a beautiful park near my home where I like to walk my dog.
Exactly. You can combine short sentences like these to make a longer, interesting description.
Okay, let's do a quick summary of what we learned today. John, you start.
Sure. First, when you talk about your city, you can mention location, size, people, weather, and famous places. Keep sentences short and clear.
Then you can share personal experiences to make your description more interesting, like your favorite street, cafe, park, or festival.
And remember our 5 vocabulary words: neighborhood, landmark, attraction, crowded, and peaceful.
Use these words in sentences naturally. For example, I live in a peaceful neighborhood, there's a famous landmark nearby, and it's always crowded on weekends.
Perfect. Now, for our question of the day, we want you to write in the comments. Describe your city in one sentence using one of the new words we learned today.
Yes, we love reading your answers and helping you practice English.
And finally, remember, practice makes perfect. Speak about your city often. Use new words. Share your stories with friends.
Absolutely. The more you practice, the easier it gets. And don't worry about mistakes. They are part of learning.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed talking about your city and learning new vocabulary.
See you next time on John English Talks. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and have a wonderful day.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.